Pikachu. And so with that said, so before I go into this, some key components that I think need to be utilized more by other foxes are crouch cancel, shine. You can crouch cancel Pikachu's Nair up until like 65%. And that cuts off like one of Pikachu's biggest main approaches, right? Another big thing that people need to utilize more is just when you get popped up on a platform and you get nared or bared from the platform, if you just hold down, you'll just slide off of the platform and grab the ledge. So I'll point it out when it happens in the match, because it happens quite a few times. All right, so let's get into it. Again. Okay, so to talk about this up tilt again, usually I say don't up tilt versus Pikachu, especially Axe, because he's very good at waiting for the up tilt. You know, up tilt has a kind of a long cooldown. Oh, we take those. B-Boy Berman. Dude, thank you, man. Thank you for the sub. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But Pikachus are very good at waiting for the up tilt, especially Axe. So the only reason I up tilted right here was because he put himself on a platform, and he's either going to shield drop or he's going to fall off the platform, right? So he just like runs off the platform into my up tilt. And, you know, I get a quick 26% just like that. Another thing that I like to tell players is that when you up throw, don't ever up air for the first, at least for the first like half of the game, because you want to condition them into your back airs, right? Plus, Pikachu's so tiny that it's really easy to smash the eye out of the up air hitbox, sorry. But here I just chose a Nair because I couldn't quite do the bear, and it just led into a down tilt anyways. So I'm getting, this is all like really good percent. Like the key is to make Pikachu afraid, and you put him in his shield, and then that's when you can start going for grabs a lot. Okay. In regards to edge guarding, right? This was a pretty good time to grab the ledge. So you want to grab the ledge while you're invulnerable still, and Pikachu just starts his first up beat. That way, when he goes for his second one, if he tries to go for the ledge, you can just roll or do a simple get up, and it'll edge guard him. But the reason this edge guard wasn't that great was because I grabbed the ledge when Axe was too high in the air. So he's still up here when I grab the ledge. So he has too many options. You know, he's not forced to go to the ledge like he is if he's like way down here, right? So he still has a lot of options to go to the platform or whatever, and he makes it back. But it was still the right timing, just not the right, I guess it wasn't the right time. It was the right timing to be invulnerable, but not the right timing to kill him. Another point to make is that, so for Jigglypuff, if you back air Jigglypuff on any stage except Dreamland at 120%, you'll kill her on any stage in the middle of the stage at 120. And so you can kind of apply the same properties. You know, it's not exactly the same, but you know, Pikachu is relatively light, right? So, you know, when I see a Pikachu at like 111%, you know, all I'm thinking about is like a back air will almost for sure kill, and if it doesn't kill, it just sets up for another ledge guard. Well, I think he could have lived that, but he just had not the best DI in that certain spot. So one thing to look for here is that I'm constantly moving, right? I'm never like in one place for too long, and I almost never tech in place against Pikachu. At least not at the beginning, right? Because, you know, why tech in place? Tech in place just makes it so easy for your opponents to pick up the edge guard or to pick up the follow-up, right? So this next setup is really important because this is where, you know, I got like 50 damage just from back airs on the ledge. But let's pay attention to like where I position myself, right? So here I'm like halfway through the platform, and I never really get too close to the platform or to the ledge because I'm afraid of his up air pulling me back off the ledge, right? But here, since he can't really do it, I'm trying to like clip him as he does his up B, like in case he goes like boom boom. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse or not, but in case he goes a little higher on his first up B and then snaps down, I could get him, but he sweet spots it really well. And as soon as he grabs it, I full jump out because I'm not trying to get up tilted or up aired. And then, so when he's on the stage, I kind of position myself on this crack of battlefield, right? This little line right here. And I never really pass it either because this line covers almost all ledge dashes. You know, most ledge dashes will run out of invulnerability when they get to this line. So a really good way to position yourself is like on this line and then do like a fade back air. And if you notice that they're not doing perfect ledge dashes, you can even like fade into them and still hit them. So this line right here on battlefield is so good. It's a good visual cue. It's a good visual cue. So notice also that a lot of my movement, unless I'm like running away or repositioning, most of my movement is just it's just vertical movement. I'm just jumping in place a lot with back airs or whatever. It's only when he like tries to advance or when I want to create space that I'm moving horizontally. But my horizontal movement is really kept to a minimum. Okay. So here's the first example of that hold down on the platform, right? So I held down and I just slid off completely. And he can't follow it up in time. So that's just the first example. A lot of the times, if I was at a lower percent, I would have just like grabbed the ledge instantly, or if I got hit from up here, I could have just like slid all the way down the platforms until the ledge. But then notice like when I try to do this ledge guard, I almost get the timing, but I don't quite fast fall the wave land or the wave dash. So if I had fast falled that wave dash, I would have gotten him. But I pay the price. That's kind of the risk of trying to edge guard Pikachu, but it's important to remember not to be afraid of that. You know, you still need to go for those risks to keep him in check. Because otherwise he's just going to feel like he can go to the ledge every time. Okay, again, this whole combo right here, I'm just holding down. Like, on that up air, you know, this is just me holding down, and I got out at 40%, right? And that's fine. That's fine. 40% is nothing. Considering Pikachu could, like, kill you off of, you know, one grab a lot of the time. Ooh. So that was dangerous of me because I came down with an aerial. I usually tell myself not to do that, but I came down. Oh no, I didn't even come down. He just like straight up caught me. Never mind. I take it back. Good shit, Jeff. Down on the C stick or down on the analog? Down on the analog stick. Down on the analog stick. Alright, he's getting some stuff cooking. Nice. See, so I got the waveland that time, right? Because this is really just to make sure to keep Pikachu honest, like to make him not always go to the ledge. You just got to do it sometimes. And it's just kind of like it's like a visual thing, you know, when you see the Pikachu at this height, you know, when he wants to jump back and up B here, this is a classic like grab the ledge angle. And if he goes for the ledge, he can sometimes go up too, but he's still dead, right? So the only thing he can do safely here is go onto the stage. But Pikachus love going to the ledge, so this just kind of instills the fear a little bit into them. You know, it just says like you're not going to go to the ledge, or I know when you're going to the ledge kind of thing. See, now he starts going onto the stage, right? And that gives me more percent. So notice I just kind of let him get the ledge that time because I know that I can't get there in time. Now this up smash wasn't the best choice, but it was okay because of the hit stun. It pushed him back and it pushed me back too. So it was actually safe. It was a safe up smash. Shine stall is super important against Pikachu. Even if it's for just a second, like the more you mix up your recoveries, the harder you make it for Pikachu to edgeguard you, just the easier time you'll have in the matchup, totally. So look, that went from being like a close 2-2 stock to a solid 2 stock at the end, right? All because I called out his recovery to the ledge with a wave land, or with a wave dash. And then I just kind of put the pressure on him just enough. We take those. Yo, thanks, Hype Now. I appreciate it, man. Alright, so he takes me to Fountain. Normally, he would take people to FD, I think. I'm not sure if Jeff still likes FD or not. I know that he doesn't like it against me, though, because I really just abuse Fox's vertical abilities in the matchup. And, like, you really just need to keep the horizontal movement to a minimum. So even, like, especially when you have them on the ledge, right, you just keep them in the corner. I went for an up air that time because I didn't do a single up throw up air at all last game. So I figured, like, if I throw one in now, it could still hit him. Or it might hit him. So notice I'm just, like, trying to stay in the center of the stage the whole time. I'm not really trying to get too close to the ledge. Oh, another thing that's really great is Drill. Drill beats out a lot of Pikachu approaches. So watch. So he lands with a Nair, right? He lands way too much in front of me. He lands like right here, right? And so I kind of just, I call out. I can see where he's gonna land, and I just kind of put a Drill right there, where I anticipate him landing, because my Drill is my combo starter, right? It's kind of like the best. It's the best transition from defense into offense, and I get a Drill grab out of it. See, so that's the angle Pikachu can do once you start grabbing the ledge. Is he goes down like this, and then he goes back up, and that's totally fine because you can still get a hit off of that before he does anything. So the up tilt, only works. It only worked right here because he ran out of invulnerability, right? It's because I positioned myself kind of in that. Imagine this was Battlefield. This is where the crack would be on Battlefield, right? This amount of space, like that amount of space, is pretty much the length of invulnerable ledge dash, right? For any character, pretty much. So like practice on Battlefield, like that visual length, right? Because then you can apply it to all stages. All right, gets his up tilt. Or sorry, his up air. I keep mixing his up air. All right, so check this. Like he nairs me, right? Crouch cancel shine into up smash, right? He nairs me at 0. What's he doing? Boom. 0% crouch cancel shine. Led into a kill. Alright, it's also important to remember to not attack Pikachu from behind too often, like from Pikachu's behind, because his tail out of shield, his up air out of shield is, I want to say it's like, it comes out on frame 3, so I think it's 6 frames because his jump squat is 3, I think, but it's quick, right? It's pretty fast. So check this again. Like again, my vertical movement is all I'm doing. I'm only doing attacks in place. I didn't move at all once I grounded myself. Because you don't really need to against Pikachu. And then again, up throw back air, right? Just adding on damage. I'm just trying to get him up to like 80%, and then maybe fish for an up throw up air or an up smash. And then again, he tries to nair me. I crouch cancel shine it. Boom. And then again, like I don't try to go to ledge. I'm not trying to challenge him. I'm literally just sitting on this inner lip of the platform, right? Because he can't do anything. What is he gonna do? He can't reach me from this length. I could forward tilt, especially if he's on the ledge. He can do absolutely nothing. I dash back. He does a good wave dash forward tilt. But then, I kind of just like read that he wants to come nair in, because what else is Pikachu gonna do, right? And I have the whole stage to work with. And then it's just like boom. Because I have the whole stage to work with, I don't need to like put any more pressure on him than I already had. I kind of choose a back throw right there because of the last like 3 up throws that I did, he was DIing behind me. And so I was feeling like he was just going to DI behind me again. And so I back threw him to get him even further off stage. Kind of got off the ledge a little bit too early, but it's okay. Again, every time I get hit by a nair, except those last 2 times, I'm just holding down. So like right here, when I get hit by a nair, I just hold down, and I even touch the ground, right? So I have my jump back. That was a really bad dash attack. This is where I started like forcing it a little bit, and I needed to just like keep doing my original game plan, right? Of just putting on enough pressure. So notice he DI'd behind me again when I up threw. You grab the ledge. That's the one Pikachu mix-up, right? It's the very straight angle, and then he lands, and he has almost no landing lag from his up B. It's when they do like the straight one, and they like just like go across the top of the stage, and they end up having no landing lag. That's the one Pikachu angle mix-up that's really hard to cover. So you see again, like I just have him in the corner, crouch cancel shine. Like he literally cannot get through to me, right? He can't beat my wall with anything he has. I would have to give it to him in order for him to mess it up, and I sort of give it to him. Okay, there we go. Up tilt. Up tilt is so dangerous, This is why I tell all the other foxes not to up tilt, and I'm catching myself like up tilt too much. Like this up tilt, I don't know what I was doing. I was hoping to shield poke him, but he was shield DIing in well, so yeah. So again, guys, so what we're doing with this is we're pointing out the key things that I'm doing well in this matchup, and then we're gonna look at PewPewU set against Axe at the same tournament, and kind of see if we can dissect the things that he could be doing better, or the things he didn't do that I was doing, right? So it's important to just keep in mind all the little things that I'm doing. So again, like crouch cancel shine the nair, more vertical movement, so lots of jumping in place, attacks in place. You want to keep the horizontal movement to a minimum, unless you kind of read him coming in with a nair or something and you want to like grab him. Oh right, he went Falco. I totally forgot about this. Okay, well, we'll still talk about it, because this was actually kind of close, and it sort of threw me off, but I had a feeling he was going to go Falco because we were playing a lot of friendlies and he was going Falco. Nice. I think Axe has one of the best looking Falcos. Look at this thing. It's so fast. Ooh. Okay, well, this isn't Pikachu, but so you can obviously see that I'm like trying to like readjust into Falco mode because Falco and Pikachu are just you can't really fight them the same. Although you do, but you don't, right? It's a much faster paced game, but the same kind of rules apply. Like you want to keep your vertical movement. You want to have more vertical movement than horizontal movement. You want to negate his horizontal movement by power shields. Just dealing with lasers. And the way you deal with lasers is either power shields or full hops in place. He's just like destroying me right now. But see, I think one of Axe's like biggest weakness, I think, is that he's got this throttle, right? And he's so good when he has a throttle going, but he doesn't know how to pull the throttle back. And so he like only has an on switch, And I think that's his biggest weakness with Pikachu and with Falco. But it's worse with Falco because he can't live as long, and with Pikachu it's okay because a lot of people don't know how to deal with the whole throttle issue. They don't know how to deal with Pikachu, so they can't just stop him, right? So, if I were to tell Jeff like one thing that I think he should work on is transitioning from offense to defense, because his offense is really good. But his defense is just not always there. Kind of like this, right? I just like caught him with a silly shine because he's just going. He's always going, right? And once you kind of like slow him down and stop him, he just wants to keep going. And I remember this last kill was so lucky. I totally didn't even mean to forward smash. Oh man, that was so lucky. I think I meant to forward tilt, and I just smashed it, so it came out as a forward smash. But we'll take it. So that was cool. So yeah, let's look at PewPewU versus X. Do I have to actually spell it? Okay, here we go. So again, okay, before we go into this, hold on, where is it? So before we go into this, crouch cancel, blah 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 blah. Crouch cancel shine works until like 65%. It negates his main approach, right? You really want to focus on vertical movement, jumping up and down in place, keeping that wall, establishing that wall, more so than the vertical movement, because you don't need to beat him in the horizontal movement, because your shine breaks his main horizontal approach, right? So really you just want to keep a wall against Axe, and then every now and then mix up like dashing back and catching the shine with with a grab or with a drill, other than just like crouch cancel shining it, because if you just trade all the time, then he might get used to the timing, or he might like super overshoot the nair or something. I don't know. But yeah, those are the two biggest things, right? So let's see how Kevin approaches this matchup. So something that a lot of foxes are kind of afraid to do is to tech away from Pikachu, because they're afraid to go to the ledge because they don't want to get gimped or be put in that situation where they could be gimped, right? So I would, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to go to the ledge, because Pikachu's not actually as strong as he seems. We take those. Thanks for the resub, Taffy. Thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate it. Okay, so this up tilt, I don't like this up tilt, because the reason I don't like this up tilt is because it's too far away. Kevin, so remember, we talked about this line right here on Battlefield being like the visual cue to stop all ledge dashes. Fox, Pikachu, Sheik, any ledge dash could be negated by this line right here. And let's look at Kevin positions himself past this line. So he avoids the forward tilt, but he could have avoided it right here too. And then he would have had a clear shot for a back air or something, But he positioned too far away and went for an up tilt. And this gives Axe the space he loves dealing with. He loves having just this amount of space to wait for this up tilt, and he wave dashes down in place to catch it. Just micro spacing, right? He barely missed that spacing. He just needs to be a little bit closer to that line. Nice. That was good. That was good. Let's see how he edge guards here. Nice. Okay, he grabs it at a good time, but he just did he roll? I can't remember. No, he just did a regular get up. And that's fine, but again, you're kind of just feeling it out at this point. Roll definitely would have got it though. It's important to note that Axe went this low, right? And he chose to go for the ledge. He likes to do that a lot when he goes low. When he goes high, when he's up here and he's up being high, he usually goes for the stage if you're covering the ledge. But against Axe is the type of player where you need to prove to him that you can cover the ledge before he respects that you can cover the ledge. So he did that. He did the one angle that's really hard to cover, and he just did like the straight on with like no impact landing so he can get out of it right away. And that kind of throws a lot of Fox players off, because they're like, well shit, like Pikachu has like so many options now. But no, he doesn't. He actually doesn't. Like that's his one thing that you just like have to accept that you can't do anything about. And Kevin does a good job not taking too much % off of it. So he could have grabbed this right here. He could have grabbed this nair or this up air, like, cause see how high it hit on his shield. He could be shield grabbing right now, but he chose to just wave dash in place. Okay. I like the angle, just didn't quite work out. Uh-oh. Ah, missed the tech. Okay. Good back air. Pikachu, again, Pikachu's kind of helpless on the ledge if you position yourself correctly. And Kevin knows how to keep people in the corner. Nice. This is all beautiful. He kind of messes up a little bit. And then here he didn't quite realize the height that he threw him at. Like, if he had just waited for the tech, he could have easily covered this. But this is kind of one of those things where it's like, when you dual main, these are the little things that you might miss if you don't just like main that character, because you don't see the situation all the time, right? So that was just a little mistake, but it cost him a lot of %. Oh my god, that was cool, but it didn't kill. So the line, right? Okay, see, Kevin's positioning himself better right here, but I don't like the up tilts. Like, this up tilt, this one was fine, but there's no need to do another up tilt if Axe is on stage, because he is not gonna run into the up tilt. You only do the up tilt if you're trying to catch like the waveland, and that's it, or the invincible waveland. You don't do an up tilt right here because Axe is waiting for the up tilt. And when you're doing the up tilt, you're not able to crouch cancel shine because you're doing up in A, and your fingers just cannot transition to down and be in that amount of time. So again, like the up tilt is only, its main use is for catching like invincible ledge dashes, but it's not a very good stuff tool anymore because Pikachu's just wait for the up tilt. Okay, wait, did he nair in a bad spot? What happened here? Okay, yeah, he did. So this is why I say that like your horizontal movement needs to just be kept to a minimum, right? He's doing so much horizontal movement that he doesn't need to be doing. If he just stood in the middle of the stage and like, back aired and then crouch cancel shined anything Pikachu came at him with, it would be so much better, because if he's just moving around like this, Axe kind of knows like the fox wants to attack relatively soon. But if you're just standing in place, Axe kind of feels like he needs to do something. So vertical movement over horizontal movement. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. Okay. He just went for the hardcore kill right there, but I don't know if up smash would have killed. It might have killed. I can't really say for sure, but I think it would have killed, honestly. I think it would have killed. But he tries to go for the shine up smash, but Axe is really good and he takes the shine. So see, like when Kevin keeps his movement to a minimum, and his horizontal movement, that is, it's just much better. Like it slows the pace of the game down, so it makes Axe feel like he needs to do something, because again, Axe has that throttle of just go all the time, right? And so you can kind of control that. These up tilts, I don't like this up tilt. Where is it? Yeah, right there. I don't like that up tilt. I would honestly just back air. I would just fade back air and not even try to do an up tilt. So one thing Kevin's not really doing though is he's not really punishing these landing lags of the nair, right? He's trying to beat the nair with his own nair, but I would have just like pivoted, drilled right here, or dash dance grabbed or something. Dash dance grab is kind of riskier, but a pivot drill would have been perfect right here because it would have just stuffed him. It's kind of like in a Fox Ditto where you drill where they're nairing type of thing. So I think if Kevin incorporated that a little more too, he would be winning a lot more of these exchanges, and a lot more of these neutrals too. Where's he going? Okay, good. Right, he starts to realize that he needs to grab the nairs, but it's just a little bit too late. Oh my god, I can't believe that jolt didn't hit him. Okay. The problem with this was that he rolled back, and then like by the time he tried to reposition himself for this line, Axe was already here and invulnerable, and then Kevin tried to do like a jump back air, and he got caught DIing poorly. So it was close. Like he had the right ideas. He was just doing little things that were keeping him from winning more exchanges and more neutrals. It's like too many up tilts and positioning himself not correctly in the right spot, not totally in the right spot, and then not completely stuffing the neutral air with like drill and dash dance grab or just crouch cancel shine. He's getting a lot of crouch cancel shines though, so that's good. Like if Pikachu's just like running at you like this, like you can just short hop drill. Like this is where your vertical movement becomes such a crucial component in this matchup. You know, you don't need to do so much horizontal movement. More vertical movement. Okay. Oh, that sucked. So again, another important thing to remember is just to hold down on all of Pikachu's hits. Just hold down on the control stick. You know, Kevin wouldn't have gotten popped up right there, but I think he got caught jumping. So that's why he got caught there, but yeah, the reason like Nair is not very good is because it controls a lot of horizontal space, but that's not your goal. Your goal is to control the vertical space, and for the shine to control all the horizontal space. Ooh, he just barely missed that. Just barely. Let's check this edge guard one more time. Ooh, just barely misspaced it. Needs to be a little bit closer. I gotta talk to Kevin about the visual cue of the ledge dash. Like the ledge dash only goes so far. And he knows that. I know he knows that because we've talked about it a lot. But, you know, reminders. Sometimes people forget. Nice. Okay. Nice. Let's see how he deals with the next Nair that comes out. Ah, Kevin, no, you're nairing too much. You're nairing way too much. Like, a Nair at this percent anyways isn't going to get you anything. You know, he's just going to crouch cancel up air or crouch cancel down smash. There you go. See, that Nair worked out. But it worked out because he was in the air, right? He wasn't on the ground. When Kevin went for this Nair right here, Pikachu's already on the ground. But then this Nair worked out because Pikachu's in the air and he can't do anything about it anyways. Okay. That's fine. Perfect. Gets behind Pikachu. Ah, see, this is where this stare down right here, this is where I would just like not do anything because I know Axe wants to come at me. And he does. He totally does. But Kevin goes at him too and he trades. Okay. Not terrible. Okay. See, and it's even again, sort of. Okay, good. Get off the platform. Good DI. Yes, beautiful. He's using a lot more drills now too, and so he's winning a lot more of these openings. Scooped. Yeah, that's Axe's like favorite thing to do. I don't know if it's his favorite thing, but he does that a lot. Okay. Wait, did Kevin do another Nair? Let's see. He did one there, and then he did another one. Yeah, okay. Again, I'm going to keep emphasizing this to drill it into all you Foxes' heads. Just vertical space, control the vertical space. Create that wall. You don't need the horizontal coverage that Nair, gives, because it's just, one, it's not very good, and two, Shine is just a much better vertical space coverage. It cuts off all Pikachu's vertical or horizontal approaches. Crouch cancel Shine. And like the key of it is like at low percents, you condition him to not approach with Nair because of crouch cancel Shine. And then at high percents, that's when you start mixing in like full hops over the drill, or read his landing lag of where he's gonna land with the Nair, and beat him out with a drill or a Nair, or sorry, not a Nair, a drill or a back air or a grab, anything like that. Okay, let's see this last one. So this last one, he goes Falco. The same stuff still applies to Falco. Everything that I've said thus far still applies to the Falco Pikachu matchup. It's all about the horizontal, the vertical space, covering the vertical space, creating that wall, and your crouch cancel Shine will control the horizontal space. Heck, I think Falco might be even better at controlling both, because one, his jump is so good, and two, his back air is just like incredibly strong. And he's got lasers. Like, the only thing that is not in his favor is the recovery, but his onstage game is like almost, it's as good if not better. Okay, this is not pretty. But again, he's only getting poked, right? Like it's not really that big of a deal. He's just getting up aired a lot. And up air only does like 3%. Let's see like why he starts getting up aired. Okay, it's because he jumped right here. Jumped right there, but then he jumped here too. See, so remember, Axe will always want to come in. Axe always wants to come in. He's got this throttle that's always maxed out. Oh, nice. Aren't you on me? Well, no scrum. Yeah, that was a very clean edge guard by Jeff. Another thing to like keep in mind is like how much shield. Oh no! It's how much shield your opponent has. So Kevin right here, look how much he chipped Axe's shield. Like boom, boom. He pretty much chipped it to the point where like if the next attack Kevin does is for sure gonna shield poke, right? And so Kevin's trying to like put on that pressure to find that shield poke, and he doesn't want Axe to recharge his shield, but he just gets too close to the ledge right here, and the down smash sucks him into another down smash. Very heartbreaking. And at this point, it's hard sometimes to find the will to keep trying and going for the win. But the way I think of it is like you never want to be like that Buster left in and just like kill yourself. It's still you're still fighting for your tournament life. Anything can happen. If you can make the other player choke just as hard as you're choking, then you'll be good. But it just didn't work out in Kevin's favor right there. But okay, to recap, let's recap. Horizontal space. So you want to control the vertical space. That's really your key objective is vertical movement. You don't need to worry about horizontal movement that much because Shine negates Pikachu's horizontal movement, right? up throw back airs, obviously, until later in the game. What else? Don't up tilt. Up tilts are just Pikachu's wait for the up tilts. You know, the only time you want to use up tilt is to catch the invulnerable ledge dash. And when you do the invulnerable ledge dash, remember to position yourself on this line right here of battlefield. You know, the line that Pikachu's on right now. You want to position yourself at this length because that's kind of like as far as a ledge dash can go, a perfect ledge dash. And most people can't do perfect ledge dashes. So if you're on this line, you're completely safe and they cannot touch you. You know, all you need to do is do like a short hop back air right here. And characters like Sheik, Pikachu, Doc, Marth, Fox, Falco, they're all stuck in the corner if you just position yourself right here. What else? So the mix-up. So there's one Pikachu angle mix-up. That's hard to cover, and you just need to accept that you can't really cover it. It's when they do the straight angle on the Pikachu, or on the ledge, on the stage. They just go straight, and they have like 0 impact landing. You just need to accept that you can't cover it, and most of the time they'll like fall right level with the ledge, and then just go straight. So that's like the most obvious cue for when they're going to do that. Any other time, you just need to grab the ledge. Let's see, when was the good time that Kevin did it? You just need to grab the ledge at the right time, and it's right before they start their first up B is when you grab the ledge. Right before they start their first one. And then, you know, you can kind of, this is where you can kind of guess or you kind of assume that they're going to go for the ledge. And I would just honestly do a roll for my first one in case they did go for the ledge. See, so like right there, like just go for a roll. And then every other time you can do just a regular get up, because regular get up will allow you, when he lands on stage, it'll allow you to punish him. And then the last point is that once you start, so you control, again, you control the vertical movement. You know, you create that wall of back airs and just vertical control. And then, you know, Pikachu's main approach is Nair. And you can crouch cancel Nair until 65%. But at higher percent, the way you want to deal with Nair is that, you know, you dash back and you kind of call out where the Pikachu is going to land with his Nair. And then with that, you can answer it with a drill, with a grab. Up smash is a little more risky, but you can do it. Back air. I would say drill and back air are like the best 2 ways to deal with it. Because drill will lead into more combos, and back air is just great because it's back air. So, yeah, with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Cut!